you standing there, eyes along the road.
My dad, he started getting progressively worse with a heart and lung condition. This was tough because my dad and I were really close the last half of his life. Because the first half I had to earn his respect, you know, it was really tough. He was this like blue collar, small town, you know, mining town dude who grew up pretty hard. And here his son was, by the time he was 17, was wearing his sister's clothes and makeup and playing hard rock music, which my dad did not listen to. And so I had a lot to earn his respect, you know? So over the years and through time, when he realized that I could bounce back and keep bouncing back and keep just coming back and fall down and get back up and make a living, even if it meant $100 a week, I would live on it and not rely on my parents when I was away from home. He ended up really respecting me more for that than anything. And he became my biggest fan, and he opened his mind up to music and opened his mind up to a lot of things that he had been closed off from for years. And, you know, it got to the point where my dad's like having to wear these oxygen tanks with, you know, tubes in his nose everywhere he goes because he can't breathe. They gave him a year to live, and he lived 5 years past that. And what would happen there would probably, you know, decide where I was going to be musically for the rest of my life, you know, because he shaped me, you know. He whipped my ass and made me work for every cent I ever earned and taught me never to take anything for granted. When I went home to see him in the hospital, which was one of the last times that would happen, I was yet again in between records and had just gotten out of being in a band with the Black Widows and was gonna go back and make a solo record again. And I got back to Cartersville and my dad was in the hospital. And usually he would say, you know, I'll be fine, I'll be home tomorrow, don't worry about it, you know. But when I walked in and saw him in the hospital that last time, he just looked at me and he said, you're not leaving, are you? And when he said that, I knew what that meant. It was, you know, it changed me. And, you know, I remember my brother-in-law looking at me and saying, you know, you're not a man until you lose your dad. And I remember that really, really sunk in. And I went back and just started writing and writing and writing, and what would become a record called Afraid of Ghosts that I pretty much dedicated to my father, and was every song I ever wrote on it was written about or for him.